Both candidates running for the East Portland constituency on April 4 are being reminded that they are now required to declare the source of their funding. The Electoral Commission of Jamaica, ECJ, is reminding the candidates about the Election Campaign Financing Regulations 2017 and the Representation of the People Amendment Act 2016. According to the law, the campaign period begins the day after an election is officially announced and ends 24 hours before voting begins. Any funds received during that period must be declared. Registrar of Political Parties, ECJ Lofron Thompson, says the declaration of campaign funds will allow transparency, informing public about who is influencing the political process. Throughout Jamaica's political history, many concerns were raised about the sourcing of funds for politicians, especially during their campaigns.
Well, the Representation of the People Act, Amendment Act of 2016, makes it mandatory that election campaign expenses be reported. It is that the law intends to give regulation to campaign financing and also to monitor what are the sources of funding going into election campaigns.
Contributions can be accepted from persons, companies, and other entities and Jamaican diaspora groups. The ECJ Act requires that the candidates accept no anonymous donations or contribution from any person or entity who participates in illegal activities or any government or public entities. The candidates must not collect any contributions exceeding $1.5 million, while the political party can only accept the maximum of $31.5 million. Director of Legal Affairs at the ECJ, Colin Wallen, explained how declaration of campaign funding will affect the People's National Party candidate Damien Crawford. This as Mr. Crawford is using a GoFundMe account to raise funds for his campaign for the East Portland constituency.
If he doesn't get more than $250,000 from a contributor,
Jamaican?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's no need for a declaration.
Okay,
So there's a cap.
Okay.
So any contributor who makes $250,000 or more, they
That's
are
when you can
required
declare.
to make a
Okay.
declaration.
Ms. Thompson explained the declaration process.
Under the law, the candidate is responsible for submitting these declarations within 6 weeks of an election, and declarations are to be supplemented with the vouchers or receipts that he would have gained from contributors. Where a contributor does not provide a voucher or an invoice, then a candidate is expected to issue a statement of receipt for any value that he would have gained during a campaign period.
Okay.
For contributions of $250,000 or more, what is to be issued is a receipt of contribution.
Cody Ann Barrett, Frontline News.